Good evening, San Diego. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis, and thank you for tuning in for your CBS 8 Plus weather update. Well, here's something we haven't seen in quite some time. The marine layer. It has made a comeback, and it's come back in the form of a shallow one. That means it's favoring the coast as well as metro cities, and that's exactly where we're seeing that cloud cover, low clouds as well as fog that's going to be socked in, especially all the way through tomorrow morning. And we're still looking at a repeat performance in that, and that's going to be on Friday night through Saturday morning. So with the details with this marine layer coming back, it's because offshore winds, those Santa Ana winds, have actually calmed down. And as a result, that allows that moisture closer towards the coast to start to move in. So moved in as we went into the afternoon hours, impacting for downtown, especially with a reduction in visibility. We could see that reduction in visibility down to a half a mile or less at times all the way through tomorrow morning. And as I mentioned, another repeat performance that would be on Friday night through Saturday morning. So it's extending about 5 to 10 miles inland. It's going to extend more inland as we go into next week, and that's going to allow temperatures to drop as well. So the onshore flow picking up more speed, and that's going to start throughout the day on Sunday and then lead us all the way into the second half of next week. Also talking about the return of those Santa Ana winds, easterly flow back in our forecast, and that's going to be on Saturday. So that still keeps us with temperatures warmer than usual for this time of the year. Those are not going to break away, and we still have that ridge of high pressure that's overhead. So that's also contributing to what we call a shallow marine layer. We have cooler temperatures in the works. That's going to be on Sunday. That takes us all the way into the middle of next week as temperatures gradually slip each day as high pressure does not have that strong hold on us anymore, and it starts to weaken a little bit. When we look at the visibility, it's actually improved to about 2.5 miles. Within the last couple of hours, it was down to, as I mentioned, half a mile or less. We could be dealing with that fluctuation right along the coast as well as impacting for metro cities all the way through tomorrow morning. So we'll continue to monitor that situation. If you do have someone who is flying in, or if you're going to fly out, it's always best to check on your flight status because some of those flights were impacted earlier today because of the fog. When you look at your overnight lows, you have widespread 50s and 40s in the forecast, 48 degrees for Miramar, the same for El Cajon. You have 50s dominating the North County coastline, also 53 degrees for downtown. You get to those highs for tomorrow, so the hazy start to the day will favor the coast. And that's also where we have the cooler temperatures. So you have the low 70s, upper 60s as well, right there along the North County coastline. For downtown, you have 72 degrees as a high for tomorrow. That's a little above seasonal for this time of the year, but it's more pronounced inland, especially when the average high is 66 degrees. We're not going to be at that point tomorrow as we still have those widespread 80s, mainly east of the 15. 81 degrees for Escondido, 83 degrees expected for El Cajon. You also have 81 degrees for La Mesa, 60s and 70s right there across the mountains, and 80s for the desert. Your surf forecast, you have 2 to 4 feet with a moderate risk of rip currents at our local beaches and sets up to 5 feet as we still have that northwest groundswell present. So as I mentioned, we are looking at the return of Santa Ana winds in the forecast, and that's going to be on Saturday. Those winds pick up a little bit more speed, and as a result, that brings those wind gusts peaking about 30 to 40 miles per hour right there along coastal mountain slopes, and then for the inland valleys, about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So this does not look to be a strong Santa Ana wind event, but it is going to lead to those dry conditions, maintain the warmer than usual temperatures out there as well. It's also going to lead to the elevated fire weather concerns, but once again, because we have a lot of that fuel moisture still being high because of the winter storms that help to bring us out of drought conditions, well, it's only going to be a low to moderate risk. So still not talking about a high risk when it does come to fire concerns, but it's a little elevated, especially when you're still talking about Santa Ana winds and also those widespread 80s across the inland valleys. Let's go ahead and set the clock in motion. So we're going to start it on Saturday morning. You already start to see those wind gusts picking up. And as mentioned, right along coastal mountain slopes, that's where it looks to be a little bit higher. That's where you have those gusts. They'll be into the 30s, 40s, and 50s. You also have gusts into the 20s and 30s. You're seeing that for Pine Valley as well as for Julian. Also 26 miles per hour. That's going to be for Alpine. We continue to hold on to that range. It makes its way a little bit more towards the west. 17 miles per hour for Escondido, 15 miles per hour with a wind gust. That's for Fallbrook. Not talking about very strong wind speeds by the afternoon hours, but enough to elevate those concerns and also maintain those warmer than usual temperatures. As you see, it calms down a little bit more as we go into Sunday afternoon, and then onshore flow will take part as we go into the start of next week and continue to maintain that strength all the way into the middle of next week. So for your extended forecast, you have those 70s. That's going to be for the coast all the way through the weekend. But here's the thing. Notice it's 77. That's because those offshore winds, the Santa Ana winds back in the forecast, going to bump temperatures up just a little bit more. Then those temperatures come down as we go into the start of next week, and you're looking at the return to the 60s by the middle of next week. That's with onshore flow picking up. You have the 80s across the inland valleys. Those will stick around all the way into the start of next week on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then you have those 70s returning, even bringing it down to the low 70s by Thursday of next week. You have those 60s maintaining, holding strong. The difference for the mountains, some added cloud cover with onshore flow picking up. So passing clouds starting on Sunday, seeing that all the way through Thursday of next week, and those 80s will be in store for the desert for this weekend. Beautiful weekend out there, and then you have a return to those 70s starting on Martin Luther King Jr. Day and holding strong all the way until Thursday of next week. I hope you have a great night, and thanks for tuning in.